We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Coleman. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time and get to that first down marker.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
And the Commodores want to move quickly. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Wide open downfield. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. That's it for the period, and it's Vanderbilt holding the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Try to run for it. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Commodores will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll field the punt. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They'll go to the ground. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Here's the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. And the Commodores are in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And it's caught inside the 25. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of the game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. down. He's got the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hook stick with him, too? They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So here is the Tennessee offense. They are searching for any type of answer they can find, down 6-0. Got enough for the first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged out of the air. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? New set of downs after the completion. Leaves it with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Oh, they're after him! And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points...
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got some room to run. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Quarterback on the keeper. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Commodores will hustle from the line. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's got it on the run. Tight end trying to get in. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. And the Commodores are threatening on 1st and goal. On the ground. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
And after having a nice game like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
And the Volunteers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give is to Smith. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
The Volunteers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. And the Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Rush is on him. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Blasted as he lets it go.
And this is why this team is losing. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? From the gun, the running back has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I think a lot of times when offenses run these counters, you're going to fake one way, right? Pull guys the other direction. If you can get some penetration really quickly, get behind those pullers, you got a chance to get in the backfield, just like right there, and create a TFL.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here of the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
Wants to throw. It's Mack. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. Touchdown, Tennessee. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Quarterback abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Kentucky needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Lexington behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Louisville. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Gives it on the option. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Commodores want to pick up the tempo.
And when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff
breaks into the open. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Throws to the tight end. Connection to the right. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he got the ball.
He wants to throw it again. Bought a little time, lets it go. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. And the Commodores send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They marched to the end zone the last time they had it, do it again, and they'll be on top. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Vols now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Now the play fake. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. 3rd down coming up after that completion. Back to throw, it's Mack. Got a man, it's Smith. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. And the Volunteers will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Stopped at the 44 after a 5-yard gain. The Volunteers are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Forced out of the pocket. The sure hands, it's Smith. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Complete to the right. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
That's a pretty impressive throw, man. That's given me Peyton Manning to Peerless Price memories back when I was watching them, playing against them in college. That was a thing of beauty right there. There's a nice chemistry that this quarterback has with his group of wide receivers, and you see that in the timing of these throws.
Bringing the heat. He's got him. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. And the Vols with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle to prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
That earlier sack really set them back, but they'll still go for it here. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Trying to beat the D deep. It's a big stride inside the 10. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Well, guys, Vanderbilt has the lead here as the quarter comes to a close. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. They've held the ball forever. Relentless drive, but what a win for the defense if they can force a field goal. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. He's going for the goal line. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. Not always the O-line. Sometimes those receivers want to get a jump on the snap count, and they'll move them back.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Absolutely perfect. The lead is down to a field goal. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Commodores in the hurry-up.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
Finds his tight end. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. And the Commodores decide to punt it away. Here's the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So here is the Tennessee offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offense.
Oh, he's got some space. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the right. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
QB overthrowing an open guy like that, that is just a kick in the gut for this team.
They'll run play action. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Fires to the tight end.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
Dropping back, it's Mack. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Wants to adjust the pattern. Out of the gun, the inside give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Quickly to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks, it's Smith. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The Vols are marching down the field. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Looking to scramble. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking to throw, it's Mack. Got it in the middle, it's Matthews. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. A touchdown here on third and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. They're going to run it. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and trailing late, they've got to get to work here. Let's see if this offense comes out swinging from the first play of the drive down late. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Coleman. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. The Commodores trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Pocket breaking down. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And that decision will be questioned for a while. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Inside the 25. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Yeah, and not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the fourth quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
Coming up, 4th down.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Splits the uprights. Good. That gives them now a 7-point lead here in the final period.
Man, a legendary rivalry with a ton of meaning and history. Virginia Tech and Virginia, and we've got an update. Virginia Tech was far from the friendly confines of Lane Stadium, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle and a game that will make waves all along the Eastern Seaboard.
Yeah, how about that? It sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Throws to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Let's take a big view here about Vanderbilt. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. He wants a big play here late. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that 1st down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the 4th down conversion.
It is good. And now the lead is even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. One more play to pad the stats. To the air on 1st down. They get to him as he throws. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is complete. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.